On a regular day in May 2018, Santa Fe High School in Santa Fe, Texas, found itself at the center of an unfortunate incident. This quiet community, part of the Houston metropolitan area, suddenly faced a grim reality that would leave a lasting mark. 10 individuals, including 8 students and 2 teachers, tragically lost their lives during the incident. Additionally, 13 others sustained injuries, both physical and emotional, as a result of the tragic school shooting. The individual taken into custody for this tragic event was Dimitrios Pagortzis, a 17-year-old student who had attended the school. This incident ranked as the 3rd deadliest high school shooting in the United States. In the quiet town of Santa Fe, Texas, lived a young man named Dimitrios Pagortzis. Born on a warm July day in 2000, he came from a Greek-American family who embraced their traditions and values. Dimitrios was known for his introverted personality. Unlike many of his peers, he shunned the world of social media, preferring the solitude of real life over the noise of the digital realm. His classmates often described him as a reserved student who didn't seek the spotlight. He spent his school years at Santa Fe High School, where he even played on the junior varsity football team. Yet beneath the surface, there were hints of trouble. Stories circulated about bullying and conflicts with other students, suggesting a teenager struggling to find his place in the social fabric of high school. As time passed, Dimitrios's inner turmoil grew. Concerns about his mental health arose, though the specifics remained confidential. Friends and acquaintances occasionally noticed unsettling signs, troubling posts on social media, and an unusual fascination with firearms. But these signals, like pieces of a puzzle scattered around, were largely overlooked. Then, one ordinary morning, everything changed. Armed with a shotgun and a .38 caliber revolver, Dimitrios entered Santa Fe High School, a place he had attended for years. The calm demeanor he had always worn gave way to chaos and tragedy. He began firing a weapon into an art class at the school at 7:32 a.m. The incident occurred in the school's art complex, which consists of 4 interconnected rooms with interior hallways, and 4 other rooms. Witnesses said the 2 targeted classrooms are connected by a ceramics room that the shooter accessed by damaging a door window. During the shooting, a staff member pulled a fire alarm, causing most of the school to evacuate. One wounded victim told reporters the shooter walked into the classroom and pointed his firearm at another person, singing another one, "Bites the dust in between shots." According to a witness, students barricaded themselves in the art classroom storage closet, but the shooter shot through the door with a shotgun. He left the art room briefly, causing students to leave the closet and attempt to barricade the art room door, but he pushed the door open. Upon spotting a student he knew, he said "surprise" and shot the student in the chest. Students are credited with giving victims first aid. Santa Fe ISD police officers stationed at the school exchanged fire with the shooter, with one officer being wounded and admitted in critical condition to a local hospital. After the gunman shot into the ceramics room, he was engaged by another school officer and a Texas Highway Patrol trooper who attempted to have him surrender peacefully. He reportedly threatened to shoot the officers and repeatedly fired rounds while arguing with the police. He surrendered to the officers after being injured. The Galveston County Sheriff said officers confronted him within 4 minutes and allowed for the safe evacuation of other students and faculty. Parents were kept off school grounds during the response to the shooting, with parents being directed to the Alamo Gym by 8 a.m. Students were then evacuated to the gym and reunited with their parents. The shooting incident, lasting approximately 25 minutes, revealed disturbing insights into the shooter's intentions. He candidly informed the police of his sinister plan. He aimed to harm the classmates he targeted while deliberately sparing those he held in favor, all in pursuit of having his story told. As detailed in the probable cause affidavit and complaint filed by law enforcement, the shooter employed 2 firearms in this tragic event: a short-barreled 12-gauge Remington Model 870 pump-action shotgun and a Rossi .38 caliber snub-nosed revolver. Remarkably, both these firearms were legally owned by his father, underscoring the sobering issue of securing firearms in homes. The gravity of the situation didn't stop there. The school premises and areas off campus yielded a chilling discovery of various explosive devices, alongside a menacing Molotov cocktail. Concerns escalated as residents in the surrounding vicinity were urgently cautioned to remain vigilant and report any suspicious objects. In the aftermath of this harrowing incident, law enforcement cast their net wider, detaining two other individuals as persons of interest. One was taken into custody at the scene due to unsettling and suspicious reactions observed after the shooting, while the other was subjected to a detailed interview, shedding light on the broader investigative effort surrounding the case. The suspected shooter was identified by police as Dimitrios Pagortzis, a 17-year-old student at the school. He is charged with capital murder of multiple people and aggravated assault against a public servant, and held in custody without bail. If convicted, he faces a maximum sentence of 40 years to life. According to at least one witness, Pagortzis was bullied by multiple students and coaches. The school denied the allegations of bullying by coaches. One of his former teachers described him as quiet, but he wasn't quiet in a creepy way, and said that he had never seen him draw or write anything in his class journal that she found suspicious or unusual. Pagortzis was on the honor roll, and he played on the school football team. Pagortzis' journals on his computer and cell phone, found by police after the shooting, suggested to Governor Greg Abbott not only did he want to commit the shooting, but he wanted to commit suicide after the shooting, planned on doing this for some time. He advertised his intentions, but somehow slipped through the cracks. Classmates recounted how at a water park, the day before the shooting, Pagortzis did not show any signs of his plans and seemed friendly and funny. Other classmates have called him a weird loner who never seemed right. The New York Times and Los Angeles Times highlighted Pagortzis' social media presence. On April 30, Pagortzis posted a photo of a shirt with the words "Born to Kill" on his Facebook page. The Facebook page also included photos of his black duster coat with several buttons on it, with an accompanying caption, "Hammer and sickle equals rebellion. Rising sun equals kamikaze tactics. Iron cross equals bravery. Baphomet equals evil. Sulu equals power." The Facebook page has since been taken down. Dimitrios Pagortzis found himself facing a grim legal journey after the Santa Fe High School tragedy. He was booked into the Galveston County Jail on two grave felony charges: capital murder of multiple people and aggravated assault against a police officer. Bond was not an option as he was ordered held without it. Represented by attorneys appointed by his parents, Pagortzis' legal fate hinged on his age. Given his youth, he fell outside the scope of the death penalty or life imprisonment without parole. In the event of a capital murder conviction, his sentence would entail life behind bars, with the possibility of parole after 40 years. The charge of aggravated assault on a public servant carried the weight of a sentence ranging from 5 to 99 years, or even 30 years to life. Seeking a fair trial, Pagortzis' defense team pursued a change of venue request, aiming to shift the proceedings from Galveston County due to the extensive publicity surrounding the case. Their efforts bore fruit when, on February 27, 2019, a judge granted the request, though the new trial location was left unspecified. However, this development took a surprising twist in April 2019, when it was revealed that Pagortzis would also face 11 federal charges, despite earlier indications to the contrary. Amidst this legal saga, the state trial was scheduled to transpire in Richmond, with proceedings set for January 2020. Yet, on November 4, 2019, a significant hurdle emerged. 3 expert evaluations deemed Pagortzis unfit to stand trial, plunging the legal process into uncertainty. Since that fateful month, he has been in custody at North Texas State Hospital. On March 11, 2020, a report from hospital experts declared his incompetence and the unlikelihood of improvement within the next 90 days. Consequently, Judge John Elliser issued an order mandating him to undergo mental health treatment for a minimum of 12 months. The turbulent legal odyssey continued when, on February 11, 2022, Pagortzis was once again found unfit to stand trial. The court extended his stay at the mental hospital for another 12 months, further prolonging a case defined by its complexities and the pursuit of justice in the aftermath of tragedy. Following the tragic events at Santa Fe High School, the legal landscape expanded to encompass not only the shooter, but also the parents of the victims. In a significant development, the parents of Chris Stone, one of the victims, initiated a lawsuit against the parents of Dimitrios Pagortzis. Their lawsuit alleged that Pagortzis' father had failed in his responsibility to adequately secure his firearms, thereby allowing his son access to these weapons. This claim was grounded in the strict regulations of Texas law, which stipulate that firearms must not be made accessible to minors except for specific circumstances such as hunting or when under parental supervision. Violating these regulations can result in serious legal consequences, including potential imprisonment for up to a year and a fine of $4,000 if the firearm leads to severe injury or death. As the legal proceedings unfolded, the parents of another victim, Aaron McLeod, joined forces in the lawsuit, introducing additional allegations. Both families contended that Pagortzis' parents had not taken steps to secure mental health counseling and support for their son. They also asserted that the public should have been made aware of his dangerous propensities. In the midst of their profound grief and heartache, these families embarked on a legal journey, driven by a shared desire to address not only the immediate tragedy, but also the broader issues surrounding responsible gun ownership and mental health care. Their lawsuit represented a quest for justice and accountability in the wake of an unimaginable loss. In the wake of the tragedy at Santa Fe High School, the community and nation came together to offer solace and support. Students organized a poignant candlelight vigil on May 18 to honor the memory of the victims. 10 white crosses were thoughtfully placed in front of the school, serving as poignant memorials for those who had tragically lost their lives. However, as the 2018-19 school year commenced, the white crosses were gently removed, allowing the families of the victims the opportunity to take home any mementos left at the makeshift memorial for their loved ones. On the national stage, President Trump issued a solemn order for all U.S. flags to be flown at half-staff from May 18 until sunset on May 22, paying tribute to the lives lost. The community rallied behind their local hospitals by setting up blood drives to provide vital support. Houston Texans football player Justin James Watt demonstrated an incredible act of generosity, offering to cover the funeral expenses for all those who had tragically perished. Meanwhile, local funeral homes, florists, and pastors extended their heartfelt support by offering heavily discounted or free services for grieving families. On May 26, 2018, a remarkable display of solidarity and compassion was evident as multiple fundraisers were held. One local business sponsored a fundraiser that raised an impressive $257,000 for the victims and their families. In the subsequent year, the Santa Fe 10 Memorial Foundation was established with a noble mission to raise funds for a lasting memorial. By May 2022, the foundation had set a goal of $1.6 million for this meaningful endeavor. Responding to the Santa Fe High School shooting and recognizing the need for mental health support, the Texas legislature took significant action. They allocated nearly $100 million to establish the Texas Child Mental Health Care Consortium in 2019, underscoring the importance of mental health care for students. However, amidst these acts of unity and support, a troubling discovery came to light. In the greater Houston area, 5 arrests were made in the days following the shooting. Individuals faced charges for bringing weapons to school or making threats in various school districts, reflecting the heightened tensions and concerns in the aftermath of the tragedy. In a regrettable turn of events, it was revealed in July 2019 that David Briscoe, who had claimed to be a substitute at the school during the shooting, had fabricated his actions. He had previously been celebrated in various media outlets, including Time, CNN, and the Wall Street Journal, for his supposed bravery in protecting students. However, it was later uncovered that he had never worked for the Santa Fe Independent School District. Briscoe had since deleted several Twitter posts, and the media outlets that published his account removed their stories in light of this revelation. In the midst of the profound tragedy that unfolded at Santa Fe High School, the Pogortzy's family issued a heartfelt statement extending their prayers and condolences to the victims. They expressed their deep gratitude to the dedicated first responders who had rushed to assist during the horrific event. The family statement emphasized that they, too, were profoundly shocked by the devastating incident, sharing in the collective grief that had gripped the community. In a demonstration of their commitment to the investigative process, the family assured authorities of their full cooperation. They also issued a plea to the media and the broader public, urging respect for their privacy and, most importantly, that of the victims and their families during this trying time. Speaking to reporters, Pogortzy's father, an immigrant from Greece, offered an explanation for the tragedy that had unfolded. He cited his son's history of being bullied as a key factor behind the shooting, shedding light on the complex web of circumstances that had led to this heart-wrenching event.